In today's episode of I made absolutely insane money on Amazon Flex and everyone should be driving for Flex. How much I made in a week on Amazon Flex. Almost $1,000 working part-time hours, 21 hours. What is this? $9.75. Flex is just delivering Amazon packages and like envelopes and stuff like that. Divided by 21.5 is $45.37 an hour. Doing like easily $100+ days, $244 day. Hold on, we got to go to the comments on this one. Hold on. I just got approved, but I'm nervous to pull up to loading and not know what to do and look like an idiot. I feel you. And honestly, that's kind of normal. Like every time I start a new gig platform, and actually we have a first look at Veho today and Medical Courier actually today, I kind of feel the same way. Like I'm gonna look dumb. I don't know where to go. Where do I park? How do I load the packages? That is normal. So consider like watching videos like this, subscribe here. All I do is help you make money in different side hustles. What else? How much gas did this take? You have to subtract that to be accurate. Listen, this is what we call cash flow. Insane cash flow, by the way. I mean, 45 an hour. What marketplace are you in that you're making 45 an hour? It's got to be all like surge pay. They add that on after like 1 to 2 hours before the shift starts. I'll leave a kind of starter video for Amazon Flex down below. That is insane. So here's the issue with Flex. Great for cash flow. Look at these days. How long would you have to do Uber, DoorDash, whatever, Spark even, to hit these numbers? The warehouse might be like 20 some minutes away. Like for me, if I went to Courieopolis warehouse, 20 some minutes. And then I get there. And then I got to drive to my routes. I get the packages at the warehouse, obviously. Drive to my routes. How far away is that? It's been 20 minutes. Okay. Keep in mind, it could be even further away. And then I've had some that are 45 minutes, even further away. So now I'm an hour plus away from home. Sorry. And you don't know where you're going until you get there. Let's take a look at this Veho though. First time really looking at Veho. It's basically the same thing. It is similar to Shipped Target only runs, similar to DoorDash, Dashlink, and then of course, Amazon Flex. There's the warehouse. I'm activated, I think, on Veho. I'm just going to sign up, finish my sign up here.
Here we are. We're going to pull into this spot right here.
They say, my second reluctant experience with Veho. So this looks very similar to Amazon Flex. He's going to park and then get his packages.
This is where we check in.
Checking in. All the other drivers.
142.
Right there. This is delivery dude Dave. Dude, look at those packages. Like I can't even, like, how many packages is that? What do you think? Like 35? But it's a size. And you put your dimensions, I think, or it's like automatically done, or they know the make and model of your vehicle. So technically it'll fit. This is why Veho is a little bit different than Flex, Dashlink, Shipped Target only. Because I feel like Veho does a lot of meal kits. We got HelloFresh here. We got Factor there as well. There's Home Chef. I think that's a Blue Apron. This is all like meal kit. Now that's not necessarily bad. I mean, maybe you will have less stops per hour on Veho. It's just, fit that in your vehicle. Now, I have a 2015 Volkswagen Passat. So it looks like Dave here has a similar sedan.
There was absolutely no playing package Tetris here. This was insane.
I'm waiting to get these taken off.
Yeah, if it's not going to fit, I think you can do the same thing on Amazon Flex, by the way. So if it can't fit, you let the associate know and they should remove it from your routes. You can do that on basically any routed delivery.
It's all or nothing, then it's going to be nothing. Because how do you want me to fit that?
I understand.
You understand that? No. It's not that you don't. So then I'll put it on my roof, and if it falls off, it falls off. Okay? Is that okay then?
Don't
Because
give
you want me
them
to come here for
attitude.
free and then give up the route because I can't fit what you're giving us. That doesn't make any sense, dear. You know what I mean?
The Monday and Sunday is very big.
I understand that, but that's still, you can't expect people to come here for free to see, oh, that's not going to fit. I guess I have to go home. If I got to throw these on my roof and just go, and if they fall off, they fall off. Because that's bogus. That's what we're going to do. Here, yeah, this is how we're going to roll. And this is Veho. This is what Veho is about, guys. So, yeah, don't ever sign up for this. You guys said all or nothing, right?
He's dropping all the packages
Don't be wasting my time. And
out
I want
of the
my bin.
warehouse.
All or nothing,
I've
right, Veho?
never seen this.
There's your all or nothing.
Well, I can see why the video is titled
Veho,
Second
go.
Time Getting Deactivated on
There you
Veho.
go.
That is an easy way to get deactivated.
Unbelievable.
Clearly he does not care. Wow. I did not. Look, I understand you're frustrated. I thought they'd remove it from your route. And if they don't, you get no pay. I understand how you're super mad about that. Those are food items. They need to be temperature controlled. I would not have left it outside. I would go back inside. I'd talk to someone. I would have them cancel my routes. Clearly he doesn't care. I mean, being deactivated from Veho, then, fully is aware of that. If you can't fit it in your car, all or nothing. Do you think that's how it should be? Okay, let's shake up the vibes a little bit here. Let's have some fun with this one. Well, kind of. Unemployment hits so hard, the hangout becomes Uber Eats. I mean, clearly we don't want someone to be unemployed, but I guess the joke here is that they were just hanging out because they're unemployed, and it turns out like, hey, let's just do Uber Eats together, or do you want to help me do Uber Eats? I got let go from a sales job number one, but I was working for a startup and they completely went under and they couldn't pay us, and they did not pay us for a good couple of weeks before the company went under because they had no money. So I was kind of like this, pushed into gig work full time. It says on the caption, we accept extra tips with a little sad face, unemployed, #hangouts. Well, guys, Belisa, I hope you guys had a fun hangouts, and hopefully you find the job that you're looking for. I will say, gig work is a great thing to supplement if you're in between jobs, because you can sign up and you get activated. Some of the big ones like Uber, Lyft, DoorDash. I don't know about Spark. Well, Spark sometimes has a wait list. Flex has a wait list. It depends. But if there's no wait list, you can get activated in like 24, 48 hours because it goes to a background check. Boom, it runs. They say 24 hours in the background check, but a lot of times it's even faster. That's done, account set up, and you're good to go. Frankly, you could be online doing DoorDash in, call it 8 hours, 12 hours. I mean, it's no guarantee. I mean, those things have to fall in place. Well, guys, I hope you find, again, the job you're looking for. Let's take a look at medical delivery.
Made it to my first stop, took me only 13 minutes. Made it to my second stop, only took me 6 minutes. To my last stop, I started at 4:10 and it's currently 5:23-ish. This took me about like 44 minutes to get here. 3 packages a day.
So medical courier work. There's medicalcourier.com. There is there's CB Driver, but that's more so like routed. I think there's some medical courier stuff on there. I think Veho does some medical courier. Roadie has some medical. It's not courier routes, I should say. Roadie just has like one-off prescription deliveries, like Walgreens or something. Now with 10,000 likes, I was finding that people were wondering if this was Veho, if this was even real. People are asking right here, what company? Someone said, try Veho. Someone else said it's not real. People are asking, again, what app is it? I did not see it in this short. If you see things like this on social media, great assaults, okay? And if we can find out what platform this is, make sure it is legit. I've done a lot of research in the gig economy. I've done it since 2015. This is all I do here. And if I could find a 3 delivery, $200 in, like, let's say it's even decent mile run, that platform would be like one of the top 5 platforms. Great assaults. Moving on.
This is what I'm talking about. Finished with the order. DoorDash says he's waiting for the order. There's no one. There's nobody here. No waiting for orders. Orders right here.
So the screen says pick up at 6:17 p.m. One item, customer so-and-so, Dasher so-and-so. And it says Dasher waiting for 4 minutes and 35 seconds. And it shows their car icon right outside the building. A mall in this case. 19,000 likes on this. And the restaurant's like, where are you? It says that they're waiting. Let's see what the comments say. Let's search the comments chat for clues. Goes both ways. I'll get a text that the order is ready for pickup and get there, and they haven't even started the order. Whose fault is it? I've had that happen. You're like, it says ready. Or even the screen will say it's ready and it's not ready. Can we talk about the fact that this cup of nonsense cost $22? Yeah, it says $22. I leave a negative review for the Dashers that do this. 1,200, including the original creator, liked that one. They need a little code at the location, maybe on the counter, that the DoorDasher can then scan to verify they've arrived. We already mark we've arrived. Literally. It says arrived to what? Arrived to merchant? I'm forgetting what the verbiage says, but we have a button that says arrived. This one. Ordering food from the mall is the first mistake. Bro probably still parking and trying to find the food courts. Are you ready for this? So I used to be out in San Diego, California. UTC Mission Valley Mall. UTC is La Jolla. It's the Westfield Mission Valley or whatever. It's a mall. Okay. So I would be parking. It is a huge mall. Maybe it was UTC. Well, I delivered to both. Anyway, I'd park and then I have to walk through the mall. As you can see here, this doesn't even look like a massive mall. There's typically an entrance by the food court as well, but they 100% could still be parking. You can see the little icon right there. So if we assume that's a parking lot, maybe they're just parking, but it says Dasher waiting. So what I assume might have happened is as soon as you pull into the complex, the Dasher marked arrived. I think it just says arrived, right? And that starts the waiting timer. Because then it shows the next screen, which is your pickup screen. It'll say like, tell us what's happening if there's a delay. Customer name, here's what you're picking up. So you can say order for so-and-so. So they probably tapped arrived. And then they drove over there. They're trying to find parking. They finally parked, couldn't find a spot, found a spot. Okay, where's an entrance? Found the entrance. They're starting to. So I could 100% see that taking 4.5 minutes. We got more though. We have a DoorDash pro tip that I don't know if I necessarily agree with. We have a brand new, like one of these round trip deliveries that I never see, and asking if you would take it. Also, that newer Platinum Pay promo. And then we have a driver. We've reacted to him before, this time accepting Uber Eats only. So join me down below in our Behind the Drive series. Let's go deeper. And I have a few things to say about this, especially that Veho one. Amazon Flex of those earnings are actually realistic. The medical courier one, is that a scam? I don't know. See you over there.